first of all, this is a child, and children unfortunately are not like little adults. So when you expose a child to the same substances that you expose an adult to, the effects are very severe on a child because for children, they are now forming their organs, they are now developing their personhood, they are now creating everything that they are going to live with as adults. So a child's body cannot handle smoke, a child's body cannot handle nicotine. That is ingredients the active ingredients in the cigarettes or in these substances that children are being handed at this very tender age. So at the end of the day, whatever effects an adult would have, a child would have it and deteriorate even more rapidly. So, for example, in a child who has been exposed to smoking, we would expect that very soon the child would start developing lung damage. Because if a child that is way less than 6 years, I don't think this child would be about 7 years old. And then we are exposing the child to damage of the lungs, which have not even fully formed yet. This child is very likely to be addicted faster than any adult. And even looking at the brain, this child's brain will not form normally as a normal child who hadn't been exposed to all this would. So we are looking at cognitive impairment. Years down the line, this child would be in school and would be unable to focus in class, would be unable to grasp what is being taught. And nobody would really understand that this is what caused it in the beginning. Sometimes we would even expect to see some heart strain, some heart failure, some heart problems. And I'm not prophesying into the future of this child, but in a very typical situation, these are some of the things we'll see. Even in adulthood, we would be expecting to see cancer, the child might become infertile, the child might battle with chronic lung diseases. That is a very long lasting lung disease that might not be able to be cured. And socially, I mean, we do not want a lot of addicts, we don't want people who are addicted to substances. And if you introduce the child at this age, the child is way more likely to be addicted and it will be more difficult to get the child off these medications. And these risky behaviors we are trying to take out of society would rather become more rampant. So these are some of the issues some of the things that are wrong with this video. And so far as they are even courageous enough to record this, it means it's something that has been going on for a very long time. And that brings us to adult responsibility. That is an important part of public health that a lot of us miss. So it's not just the father. There are other adults around who are laughing, who are joking. And this is a sign that we have failed as a community because the responsibility about children's health lies on all of us. So this is something that I am hearing the father has been arrested, but I think that the whole society and everyone else involved around the child should at least be taken in, should be questioned, and then education should also be strengthened because this is something that is very disturbing from a public health perspective and even from the health of the child and for other children around it. So this is all I have to say for now.